Hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shendo Briscoe, coming to you from where else but right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, today's Monday, June the 29th, 2020. Got a happy anniversary shout out going out to my son Thomas and his wife Nikina. And so, without further ado, here is an anniversary song for the two of you. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. It's your anniversary, and together you'll stay. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. It's your anniversary. Together you are so happy. So happy day. There you go. Here's your happy anniversary tune. From me to you. Happy anniversary, Thomas and Nikki. All right. That being said, I also got a Facebook shout out to Amanda Sue Little. It's a Facebook poke shout out. That's right. My pokey friend has poked me. I am now poking her back. All right. Temperatures outside today were a nice balmy 80 something degrees. It's like 86 out there right now, so that's pretty nice. Tomorrow, though, tonight, we're going to, let's see, who is the weather going to be brought to us by today? Today, let's bring the weather to us by, wake up, start notepad. First choice. First choice. Start notepad. Go to sleep. Yes, sirree. We're going to bring that to you by Family First. That's right, Family First Home Health Care, LLC. Yep, that's right. You can get a job watching over me. That's right. In the daily days of my morning care routine, we do some range of motion or a bell routine, whichever happens to fall on that day. 5 hours one day, 4.5 or 4 hours the next. Enjoy the week. Come on in 7 days a week. For me personally, and though they have a lot of other clients out here in the St. Charles area. So that's Family First Home Healthcare LLC. Come on, give them a call. That their cell phone. The business phone number is 636-734-9802, and that's contacting hours between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Office is located at 111 Westport Plaza, Suite 600. St. Louis, Missouri, 63146. Or you can contact them on the web at Family First Home Health Care. That would be family1sthhc at gmail.com or family1sthhc.com. Either way, come on and join them today. All right, today's weather forecast, let's see, thunderstorms later on tonight. Mostly cloudy skies in the evening, followed by thunderstorms late at night. Lows around 71 degrees Fahrenheit and winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 80%. Localized flooding is quite possible. Then Tuesday, June the 30th. Thunderstorms likely in the morning, then a chance of scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs around 82 degrees Fahrenheit and winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 80%. Locally, heavy rainfall is quite possible. Scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight. Lows around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain is 50% with some more locally heavy rains possible. Then Wednesday, July the 1st. Scattered thunderstorms in the morning, then cloudy skies late at night, highs around 89 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%, and then partly cloudy overnight. A stray shower or thunderstorm is quite possible. Lows around 74 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds light and variable east at approximately 5 miles per hour. And then intervals of clouds for Tuesday, July the 2nd. Stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Highs around 93 degrees Fahrenheit and winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few clouds from time to time overnight with lows around 72 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be light and variable east to northeast at 5 miles per hour. And then how about it? How about that Friday, July the 3rd. Intervals of clouds and sunshine and a stray shower or thunderstorm is quite possible. Highs around 93 degrees Fahrenheit and winds light and variable. Few clouds from time to time overnight with lows around 71 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be light and variable east to northeast at 5 miles per hour. Alrighty then, Saturday, July the 4th. That's right. Well, with all this rain that we've been having, looks like we might be able to shoot off bunches of fireworks without having to worry about fire situations. So there you have it. Let's see. Saturday, July the 4th, sunshine and clouds mixed. Highs around 92 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Some clouds early will give way to generally clear conditions overnight, with lows around 71 degrees Fahrenheit and winds light and variable. Okay, there you have it. That's your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, brought to you by none other than Family First Home Health Care. That's right. Family First Home Health Care is a home health care agency owned and operated by Tracy Berry. That's right. Located out in Westport Plaza, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 600, located at 101 Westport Plaza, Suite 600. Telephone numbers to reach are 636-734-9802 between the business hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Alrighty then. That gives up the weather for the local St. Charles viewing area. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say you can't learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No, you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. Nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. I really messed that song up. I boogered it all the way, but that's just the way it goes. How's about this one? We'll try a different one. Imagine me and you, and I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about you, girl, and love and hold you tight. So happy together. If I could call you up, invest a dime, and you should say you'll belong to me and ease my mind. Imagine how that would could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're mine, baby, the skies are blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it's hard to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're mine, baby, it's the skies are blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba, oh me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together, so happy together. How is the weather? So happy together, we're happy together. So happy together, happy together, so happy together, so happy together. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. All right. That was the turtles. We done the Beatles, and then we done the turtles. Are there any more animals out there? Oh, there are the animals, but well, I don't think we'll do the animals. We do have a song about an animal. What animal is that? Well, it's I think it's a mastodon. No, it's a dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. Let's see. Song lyrics. Alley-oop. There's a man in the funny papers we all know. Alley-oop, oop oop, alley-oop. He lived way back a long time ago. Alley-oop, oop oop, oop oop. He didn't eat nothing but a bear can stew. Alley-oop, oop, oop oop. Oh, well, he can name his alley-oop. Well, this cat's name is Alley-oop, Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. He got a chauffeur that's a genuine dinosaur. Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. And he can knuckle your head before you count to four. Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. He's got a big ugly club and a head full of hair. Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. Like great big lions and a grizzly bear. Alley-oop, oop, oop oop. Alley-oop, he's the toughest man there is alive. Alley-oop, wearing clothes from a wildcat's hide. Alley-oop, he's the king of the jungle jive. Look at that caveman go. He rides through the jungle, so tearing limbs off of trees. Alley-oop, oop oop. A knocking great big monsters dead on their knees. Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. The cats don't bug him 'cause they know better. Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. 'Cause he's a mean moth, scooch, and a bad go-getter. Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. He's the toughest man alive. Alley-oop, wearing clothes from a wildcat's hide. Alley-oop, he's a king of the jungle jive. Look at that caveman go. Now there he goes. Look at that caveman go. He sure is a hip, ain't he? Like what's happening? He's too much. All right, Daddy, ride. Hi-yo, dinosaur, ride, Daddy, ride. Get a man like a Hipsville. All right, there you go. That was alley-oop. A boop, 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 patty boop. You know, we know there is another song about sort of that type of feller. His name was George. We'll see if we can't find him. Song lyrics, George of the Jungle. Well, I said a George, George of the jungle, as strong as he can be. Oh, watch out for that tree. I said George, George of the jungle, lives a life there's free. Watch out for that tree. When he's getting a scrape, when he makes his escape, with the help of his friends, an ape named Ape. Then awake he'll shelp on his elephant ship, while a fella and Ursula stay in step with George, George of the jungle, friend to you and me. Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that. Watch out for that tree. I said, George, George of the jungle, a friend to you and me. Pink, pink. Alrighty. That being said, looks like it's time for story time. Yeah, I'm still doing stories out of the Brothers Grimm because, well, I checked it out with my daughter and she said it was fine. Of course, they are fairy tales, and all the ones that are written here is pretty scary, but they're scary tales, not fairy tales. Anyway, I had a poor visit with my grandchildren. My poor little Willow, she started crying right off. My grandson, Oliver, he just dropped to the ground. I guess I'm scary. I must yell too much whenever I do my videos. But neither one of them was real happy to see me. After a little while, Willow came around a little bit. And Oliver did smile at me some. So, I just very rarely get the chance to see him. And, well, yesterday I got overheated and I started not feeling so well. So, anyway, that all being said, I'm feeling much better now. Anyway, let's do Fred and Kate from the Brothers Grimm. Alrighty, Fred and Kate. Fred and Kate were man and wife. They had not long been married, and one day Fred said, I am going into the fields, Kate. I shall be hungry when I come in, so have something good ready for dinner, and a cold draught to quench my thirst. All right, Fred, I will have it ready for you when you come back. When dinner time approached, she took down a sausage from the chimney, put it into a frying pan with some butter and peeled it on the fire, placed it on the fire. The sausage began to fizzle and sputter, and Kate stood holding the pan, lost in her thoughts. Suddenly she said, "While the sausage is cooking, I might go down to the cellar to draw the beer." So she put the pan firmly on the fire and took a jug down to the cellar to draw the beer. Kate watched the beer running into the jug, and suddenly she said, "I don't believe the dog is tied up. It might get the sausage out of the frying pan and run off with it." She was up the cellar stairs in a twinkling, but the dog had already got the sausage in his jaws and was just making off with it. Kate, who was very agile, ran after him and chased him a good way over the fields. The dog, however, was quicker than she, and without letting go of the sausage, he got right away. "What is gone is gone," she said, and began being tired out. She turned back and walked slowly home to cool herself. In the meantime, the beer had been running out of the cask because Kate had forgotten to turn the tap. As soon as the jug was full, the rest ran all over the cellar floor till the cask was quite empty. Kate saw what had happened as soon as she got to the top of the cellar stairs. "Oh!" she cried, "what am I to do now so that Fred shan't discover it?" She thought a while, and at last she remembered a sack of fine meal that they had left over from the last fair, and she would fetch it down and strew it over the beer. To be sure, she said, these okay, anyway, hold on. To fetch it down and brought the sack down, but unfortunately, no, to be sure, she said, "Those who save at the right time have something when they need it." So she went up to the loft and brought the sack down, but unfortunately she threw it right on the jug full of beer, and it was overturned, and away went Fred's drink, flooding the cellar with the rest. "Oh, that won't matter," said Kate. "When part is gone, one when part is gone, the rest may as well follow." Then she strewed the meal and over the cellar. Then she strewed the meal all over the cellar. She was delighted with her handiwork when it was finished, and said, "How clean and fresh it looks." At dinner time Fred came home. "Well, wife, what have you got for dinner?" he said. "Oh, Fred," she answered, "I was frying your sausage, but while I went down to draw the beer, the dog got it, and while I ran after the dog, the beer ran out of the cask. Then, when I was going to dry up the beer with the meal, I knocked the jug over. But never mind, the cellar is quite dry now." Fred said, "Kate, Kate, Kate, what have you been doing? First you let the sausage be carried off, then you let the beer run out of the cask, and lastly you waste our fine meal." "Well, Fred, I did not know. You should have told me what to do." The man thought, if my wife is like this, I must look after things myself. Now, he had saved a nice little sum of money, which he changed into gold, and said to Kate, "Do you see these yellow contours? I am going to put them in a pot and bury them underneath the cow's manager in the stables. Manger in the stables. Don't you meddle with them, or it will be the worse for you." And she said, "Oh no, Fred, I won't." Now when Fred had gone out, several peddlers came into the village with earthen pots and pans for sale. They asked the young wife if she had nothing to give in exchange for them. "Oh, good people," said Kate, "I have no money, and I can't buy anything. But if some yellow counters would be any good to you, I might do some business." "Yellow counters? Why not? You might as well show them to us," said the men. "You must go into the stable and dig under the cow's manger, and you will find the yellow counters. I dare not go with you." So the rogues went to the stables and dug up the pot of gold. They seized it and made off with it as fast as they could, leaving the pots and pans behind. Kate thought she must use the new utensils, but as there was no lack in the kitchen, she knocked the bottom out of every pot and pan, and hung them on the fence around the house as ornaments. When Fred came home and saw the new decorations, he said, "Kate, whatever have you been doing now?" "I bought them, Fred, with the yellow contours which were hidden in the stable. But I did not get them myself. The peddlers dug them up." "Alas, wife," said Fred, "what have you done? Those were not contours. They were pure gold, and all that we possess. You should not have done it." "Well, Fred, I did not know. You should have told me." Kate stood for a while thinking, then she said, "Listen, Fred, we will run after the thieves and get the money back." "Come along then," said Fred. "We will try what we can do. But we must take some butter and cheese with us to eat on the way." "All right," she answered. So they set out. But as Fred was fleeter of foot than Kate, he was soon ahead of her. "I shall be the gainer," she said. I shall be foremost when we turn." So they came to the mountain, and on both sides of the road there were deep cart ruts. "And there, just see," said Kate, "how the poor earth is torn and scratched and squeezed, and it can never be whole again as long as it lives." Then, out of the kindness of her heart, she took the butter and smeared the ruts right and left so that they might not be torn by the wheels. As she was stopping in the compassionate act, as she was stooping in this compassionate act, one of the cheeses fell off of her packet and rolled down the hill. Kate said, "I have come up the hill once, and I don't mean to do it again. I will send another of the cheeses to fetch it." So she took another out of her pocket and rolled it down, and as it did not come back, she sent a third rolling after it, and thought perhaps they are waiting for company, and don't like walking alone. When all three stayed away, she said, I don't know what this is the meaning of this. It may be that the third one lost its way. I will send the fourth one to call it back. Nothing was seen of the fourth any more than the third. At last, Kate, not quite angry, got quite angry. At last, Kate got quite angry and threw down the fifth and sixth, and they were the last. For a time she stood looking to see if they were coming, but as they did not appear, she said, Oh, you would be good folks to send in search of death. You would be a long time coming back. You need not think I am going to wait any longer for you. I am going on, and you may just come after me. Your legs are younger than mine. So Kate went on and caught up to Fred, who had stopped because he wanted something to eat. Now give me the food you brought with you. She handed him some dry bread. What has become of the butter and the cheese? Said the man. Oh, Fred, said Kate, I smeared the cart ruts with the butter, but the cheese will soon be here. One of them slipped away from me, and then I sent the others to fetch it back. Then said Fred, You should not have wasted the butter, Kate, or sent the cheeses rolling down the hill. Well, Fred, you ought to have told me so, said Kate. So they ate the dry bread together, and Fred said, Did you lock up the house, Kate, before you came away? No, Fred, you should have told me so sooner. Her husband said, Well then, go home and lock up the house before we go any further, and bring something else to eat. I will wait for you here. So Kate went, and she thought to herself, As Fred wants something else to eat, I suppose he does not like bread and cheese. I will take him some dried apples and a jug of vinegar to drink. Then she bottled up the upper half of the bolted up the upper half of the door, but she left the lower part from its hinges and took it with her on her back, thinking that if she had the door in safety, the house would be safe. She took plenty of time on her way back, for she thought Fred will have the more time to rest. When she reached him again, she said, Here you have the house door. Here you have the house door, Fred, so you can take care of the house yourself. Good heavens, he said, what a clever wife I have. She bolts the upper part of the door and lifts the lower part off its hinges so that anything may run in and out. It's too late to go back to the house now, but as you have brought the door so far, you may just carry it further. I will carry the door, Fred, she said, but the apple and the jug of vinegar are too heavy. I will hang them on the door, and it may carry them. They now went into the woods to look for the rogues, but they did not find them. As it was dark, they climbed up a tree to spend the night there. They had hardly settled themselves before the peddlers came up. They were the sort of people who take away things with which should not be taken, and who find things before they are lost. They lie down just under the tree in which Fred and Kate were. They lighted a fire and began to divide their booty. Fred got down at the other side of the tree and picked up a lot of stones with which he meant to kill the thieves. The stones did not hit them, however, and the rogues said, "It will soon be day, and the wind is blowing down the pine cones." Kate still had the door on her back, and she thought it was the dried apples which made it so heavy. So she said, "Fred, I must throw down the apples." "No, Kate, no, not now," he answered. They they would betray us. "But, Fred, I must throw. They are so heavy." "Well, let them go then. In the meantime, in the name of fortune," he cried, and down rolled the apples. And the peddlers said, "The leaves are falling." A little late, finding that the door still pressed very heavily, Kate said, "Fred, I must pour away the vinegar." "Not now, Kate, not now. It would betray us." "But, Fred, I must. It is terribly heavy." "Well, do it then, if you must, in the manner of fortune." So she poured out the vinegar, and the peddlers were sprinkled with it. They said to each other, "Why, the dew is falling already." At last Kate thought, "Can it be the door that presses so heavily?" And she said, "Fred, I must throw the door down." "No, Kate, not now. It might betray us." "But, Fred, I must. It weighs me down." "No, Kate, hold it fast. Fred is slipping. Fred, it's slipping. I must let it fall." "Well, let it fall then, in the devil's name." So down it fell through the branches with such a clatter that the peddlers cried, "The devil's in the tree!" And they ran away as fast as ever they could, leaving all their treasures behind them. In the early morning, when Fred and Kate climbed down, they found all their gold and took it home with them. And that was the end of Fred and Kate. Okay, there you have it. The end of Fred and Kate. All right. That looks like it's about time for our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. And Our Daily Bread is brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Yes, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today, the readings for the Bible with Briscoe will be Job 14 through 16 and Acts 9, 22 through 43. Today's devotion is called Simply Ask. And the scriptures for today's devotion is 2 Kings 5, 9 through 14. So Nehemiah went with his horse and chariots and stopped at the door of Elijah's house. Elijah sent a messenger to say to him, "Go wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan, and your flesh will be restored, and you will be cleansed." But Nehemiah went away angry and said, "I thought that he would surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God, wave his hands over the spot, then and cure me of my leprosy. Are not Aban and Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Couldn't I wash in them and be cleansed? So he turned and he went off in a rage. And Naaman's servant went to him and said, My father, the prophet, has told you to do some great thing. Would you not have done it? How much more then when he tells you, Wash and be cleansed? So he went down and dipped himself in the Jordan 7 times, as the man of God had told him, and his flesh was restored, and he became clean like that of a young boy. And there you have it. Pretty much ask. Simply ask and you shall receive. Anyway, there's the daily bread for the day. It's brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Yes, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. All right, my friends, that looks like the end of the Shen Show. I've got one more song for you, and that would go like this here. Oh, well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know, God loves you and so do I. So be blessed in Jesus' name and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here and I hope that you are too.